Well, I'm Danny Friesen. I'm from Fort Vermilion up in the Mackenzie region of northern Alberta. We have a family farm here. My boys will be the third generation farms of homesteading up here. My dad broke all this land with an open station crawler. When he was 15 years old, he broke all of it and a lot more of the county. Did a lot of cat work all over the years, the last half decade, or 60 years running a cat actually for him. That'll be here now in May. And yeah, I have a grain and oilseed farm 1 mile out of Fort Vermilion. We enjoy farming, me and my boys, and my wife, she's from Ontario. She married me in 2011, and it's been quite an adjustment to come from millions and millions of people to millions of mosquitoes here and a town of 900 people. But she's made this her heart and home here, so big thanks to Tara on coming up here to live with me. And this is actually the combine she runs quite a bit. She loves running the combine. We've had a couple of young babies the last 2 years, so she hasn't only run it on a few days when we've had long hauls. I've been running the B trains, and when we need a spare driver, she'll jump on this combine again. And yeah. And a little bit about my business. I started a crop input business on the side. This will be 5 seasons this summer that I started a business. It's called Big River Agro / Crop Max. It's we run a full egg retail. We have over 900 SKU numbers. We run every kind of fertilizer you can imagine, copper. We do fertilizer infusions, impregnating, anything you can imagine we run. We do ammonia. We do ammonia stabilizers in the fall, spring. We, needless to say, we work pretty long hours in the summer to keep this all together. But day or night, the service is right at our business. So we do that. My passion is I do a lot of hunting and outdoor stuff, snowmobiling. Snowmobiling is a big sport of mine because we can do it in wintertime. We're slow on the farm and the egg retail. And play a little bit of hockey. We have a hockey team called the Canola Kings. It's a fundraiser big for the Heimstead Lodge, the area's called the Heimstead. It's called the Loggers and Truckers Fundraiser Hockey Tournament. We actually made it to the semifinal. I don't look like I'm that big of a force here today, but when it comes to being on the D line, I could do it. Half the guys that were on my team, half my team was here today. So we had a really fun tournament. That was in the end of March, beginning of April. Anyway, thanks to Marcel and Chris coming out from Bushel Plus. They did an incredible job of giving us a little bit of training. If we have some takeaways today on our headers, feeder houses, combine modules, spreaders, drop panning. The real truth of it is that most farmers are not actually checking, and they're not actually, even if they're checking without a drop pan, they're not actually getting being honest, how much seed is going over the back. I know that for myself. I think, there's only 4 barleys per square foot when actually there's probably 7 or 8, and then there's wrecked ones. And so Marcel, his passion is helping farmers save more in the grain tank. One of the big things is you can reseed, you can respray, but you cannot reharvest. And that makes a big difference when you think about losing 2 or 3 bushels an acre over the back. Everybody's throwing anywhere between 1 and 5 bushels an acre. I know because I've been there. I'm a farmer myself. I know how it is. So the idea is to lower your overall throwing over, but not waste too much time. So they've kind of maximized that with their drop pan system. It's a easy to carry case. You can take it with you. Like my nephew Troy here even pointed out, you can carry that sucker in your combine with you all the time, which is very nice because then you'll actually drop pan when maybe you're waiting for the grain cart. And so then you load it up onto your combine, you're ready to go when he comes to the grain cart. You can do the drop panning. So that's where this Bushel Plus drop pan is pretty sweet. Marcel and Chris did a Harvest Academy that they hosted here today. We hosted it and they were our keynote speakers. They had a really, really good job here. We spent 9 hours here, but we had a really good turnout and a lot of enthusiasm. Then 2020 Seed Labs came, did a little intermission for an hour talking about seed quality for your farm. But Bushel Plus did a really good job. They did a couple hours office presentation, and then we did actual hands-on combines, 3 different models of combines, a Claws, Deer, and the Case, flagship, and then the Macdon header. So we had lots of key pointers that we can upgrade. So myself, I run the Mad Concaves. I've kind of tried a lot of them, I run the Mad Concaves in our main alfalfa combines. Our alfalfa is a big, big part of my farm. So we learned about the Mad Concaves from Murray Pask and his son-in-law, Craig Newton, out of Yorkton, Saskatchewan. They told us, get the Mad. So I just bought them instantly. I texted the guy and ordered a set right away. Now I ended up with multiple sets. And I've played with them, but I've obviously put some roots through them, so I got to order some new ones. But it's a very, very good concave. The main thing about the Mad Concave is that it cleans itself. Hard thrash kits from Case, I have a whole pallet of those. I have enough there to send a family to Mexico. There's lots of concaves in my shed. But the hard thrash concaves from Case did a pretty good job, but you had to take them out every morning and wash them out. Because alfalfa, you're running on, you got ant piles and you got dirt. You're just shaving the ground sometimes when that crop's lodged, and you're getting so much mud. You wouldn't think alfalfa, but it's a lot of dirt in there, and that dirt, that dust, is caking them concaves. So you're throwing it, and it's very, very easy to throw. Murray Pass said if you do not run mad concaves and those sieves that he told me to put in there, he said you'll be throwing 200 to 300 to 400 pounds an acre out the back. And 300 pounds an acre out the back on alfalfa seed does not look like very much seed, because you can be throwing over, our threshold is 20 pounds an acre. So if you're throwing less than 20 or 30 pounds an acre out, you're happy. And that's not very much seed on a drop pan. Like, it's not very much if you actually throw a drop pan. So we're a real fan of the mad concaves for any alfalfa. The two top reasons that I would like the mad concaves: that they do an excellent job and they clean out. Number two, when you're combining alfalfa or heavy wheat, heavy hard thrashing crops, that combine, that rotor is singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. I have that cranking all the way to 1200 RPM. That's the kind of business that Mad Concave has done for me, is that they have been very supportive.